Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, whatever. Where am I now? Well, what am I doing now? Well, I've got to go to the next park up. It's now Monday lunchtime. I've got to go to B&Q and get some paint and some filler and stuff because this place needs redecorating. It probably doesn't show so much on the video, but all the paintwork's starting to go a bit dingy, a bit yellowy. There's cracks and stuff in places, you know, like that. So it needs to freshen up, especially the shower room. But we're looking at getting a new sink. I was going to get a corner sink to replace this sink to create a bit more space because it's just like is in the middle of the room. It's really annoying. But I was thinking about getting one of those flat ones, like the one we had in the cottage, or the one that was in the cottage that we stayed at, and like a flat sink which could go across there, and it would just take off this bulkiness of it, if you know what I mean. So I may be doing that at some point, but not just yet. But I'm going to go to B&Q. They might sell them in there, so I might have a look and see what they've got, take some measurements, that kind of thing, and then yeah, that's it. It stopped raining, which is nice. Alrighty then, so here's all the stuff I bought yesterday. We got some filler, we got some decorated cork, we got a roller, we got a brush. This is the old tin, which I'll use as a kettle. This is what we're using, wall, tile and panelling paint. It's really, really good stuff from B&Q. It's not the cheapest, but it's so durable. And living in a van, because it's such a small space, it does get a lot of abuse. So I have to decorate probably about 3 times a year. Which sounds like a lot, but it only takes a couple of days to do it thoroughly. This is going to be a big one because I'm going to have to take everything down, which I don't normally do. I normally just touch up and go around, do all the door faces and stuff like that. But it's got to that point. It's been a couple of years now, so I need to take everything off, you know, to make sure I get to everything thoroughly. There's quite a few holes to fill, some cracks. I don't know if you can see. So look across here, it's coming away. So we're going to sort all that out and do a proper thorough job over the next couple of days. I am going to start in here. The shower tray needs a good going over, so we'll do that. You can do the shower tray with this stuff. It's really, really good. And this is going to come out, but I will paint it anyway for the time being. But like I said, I've got to get everything off. There's a lot of stuff. So while I'm doing that, here is a little bit of footage of when me and T-Bone went to Stroud on the way back from the Cotswolds, which you can see in the last video. So here's some quick clips of Stroud.
We're living large in our van called Amazing Grace. The open road stretching out, yeah, we found our place. I'ma watch T-Bone by our side, she's my everything. Rolling through these mountains, hear the freedom sing. Every mile we travel feels like a brand new start. With the wheels are turning, it's a work of art. Sunset paints the sky where the wild things roam. In this little bed of ours, we have found a home. We'll ride these roads forever. Side by side we'll chase the sweetest moments whispered in our little space. With laughter and loving every turn we take. This van called Amazing Race, no chance we'll break. Got the windows down, let the fresh air in. With a couple of tunes, let all adventures begin. Campfires and stories beneath the starry dome. In this life we chosen, we never feel alone. Every sunrise brings another chance to roam. With my heart on my sleeve and T-Bone is my home. Smile on her face as we drive into the night. In this van called Amazing Race, everything's alright. We'll ride these roads forever. Side by side we'll chase the sweetest moments whispered in our little space. With laughter and loving.
T-Bone is dying to buy me trainers. She keeps dragging me into Sports Direct every 5 seconds.
Oh no, I don't, but you...
It just so happens it's open in Stroud. It's the only thing open in Stroud is flipping Sports Direct. Can I have these?
Yeah.
I mean, they look awesome.
We'll ride these roads forever. Side by side we'll chase.
I don't want to alarm you, but it's the last day.
In our little space. With laughter and loving every turn we take. This van called Amazing Race, no chance we'll break.
And that was Stroud. Of course it's raining.
Oh, it's really raining.
Thanks for that.
Oh, we've cut it short, haven't we? Cut our little trip short.
That was Worth it.
So cold, the wind and the rain.
Let's go home.
Back to little Grace. Ah, yeah, let's do that then.
Bye. Right, dried out the shower tray. You can see how it gets after a few months. There was some water. I peeled this, obviously going to reseal the whole shower as well. And look, quite a bit of water came out the back of that when I took the silicone off. The silicone was broken under there. So I'm wondering whether it's getting behind the panelling. I did want to replace this panelling because I don't really like it, but we've got a few holes in places. So I wouldn't be surprised if water's getting behind there. But I didn't put this in, by the way. This was already in when we bought the van. It's not been done very well. I mean, look at that join there. That irks me a lot. And none of the panels actually fit properly. So I don't know where the water's getting in. Behind the panelling probably is. There's a few holes in places, like there's one there where it's been damaged. I don't know whether to actually fill those holes up and paint the whole thing, because you can paint this with that paint, or is that going to be leading to more problems later when it gets chipped, because it does get knocked quite easily. Will it get chipped off and look even worse, or shall I just leave it and then get some new panelling and do it properly? I don't know, we'll see. But now I took everything off, you can see it needs painting, how grubby it is. These holes can all stay obviously because all that stuff's going back on, so that's alright. There's a little bit of water damage on the bottom there because the silicone seal has gone around the bottom here, so this will all be resealed, painted. It's not too bad. I know there's no leaks because I've checked. That's just one coat on the shower tray. The opacity of this paint is really, really good. That was pretty yellow and gnarly. I'll give it at least another one, maybe two, over the course of a week or so. But I'll just make sure that that's nice and sealed. But yeah, lovely.
And said, "Now this time my husband will become attached to me, because I..." And suddenly 7 heads of grain came up on one stalk, plump and good. Then behold, 7 thin heads, blighted by the east wind, sprang up after them. Dwell in the best of the land. Let them dwell in the land of Goshen. And if you know any
Ah, that's better. All painted, nice and white. Handles back on. Lovely job. Gotta love it. It's a right old mess in here now. That's all I'm going to do today. Lovely job. Bathroom's all done as well. The shower tray needs another. Look at the state of the place. Oh, it's going to take me a couple of hours to clean this all up. So I've got to obviously put all the stuff back on the walls and stuff and clean all this up before Tracy gets in. Oh, it's the only thing about decorating, isn't it? Makes an absolute mess. But once it's all on, it's going to be so much better. Yay, that is so much better. Everything's back. Give everything a good clean. It looks fresh now. Lovely. Hello, B. I did snap that off, so that's glued, so that's drying. They keep snapping off. They're a bit of a pain. Need to get some new ones, really. So that's that at the moment. And I did crack the camel as well. That broke. So I've glued that back together. Hopefully that'll stay there all right. But it all just looks lovely and fresh. Gorgeous. I need to silicone up around some of the bottoms. I'm going to do all fresh silicone all around the bottom of the floor and everything, and in here. Looking good. I need to silicone the tray obviously, but I need to put another coat on that. But it's looking much better. All nice and clean. Oh, I love it. It's hard to film in such a small space. So tomorrow I'm going to tackle this end of the van. Yeah, I love it when it's got a fresh coat of paint. So good, so worth it. Yeah, so I'm going to tackle this end of the van tomorrow. All the bottoms of these, paint all that, paint these doors, and just basically tidy up. Some fresh silicone around the bottom. I might do something with this down here, because that, yeah, I don't know whether to paint that plinth or not. Maybe, I don't know. And there's some floor tiles I need to replace as well. There's one here that's sunk because there's the old hole where the old table was. So I've got some stuff for that. And there's a few that are damaged, so I'm going to replace some of them. But we really want to get this sink sorted out. So I'm going to have a flat sink, so it's going to be half the size of that, with a rectangular sink, which will give us more space. So obviously I'll have to do the floor again, and I don't know whether this goes all the way down to the bottom or not until I take it out. But I could just replace that or paint that. But I'm still in two minds whether to paint all this panelling anyway. Even if it is temporary. Anyway, good job some of you. So it's been really raining a lot. Really raining a lot. Is that good English? It's been storming a hoolie and it's really muddy out there. I mean, yesterday T-Bone literally sank in the mud as she got out of the van, like this morning even. So I'm going to try and move the van. I was going to park over there and then someone's just pulled up. But look, it's just been, it's going to be muddy everywhere. It's just been raining so much. But I'm going to try and find somewhere a little drier, a little less muddy. It's really particularly bad out here. I don't know why. So I'm just warming up the van. I haven't really locked much down. Hopefully nothing's going to go flying, but it should be all right. We're only going to go up round the corner, so I'm going to have to go up the hill, round the Oasis, turn around and come back down. Which is a bit of a pain, but here we go. Yeah, that's a bit better. Just went across the road. Not as muddy and easier to get in the door actually, because they're quite high up. That's cool. Aldi Scotch egg, the best. Well, that was the day. That's the problem with having to do redecorating in this van, or any van really. Such a small space, it just becomes a mess really quickly. But we got through half the van, which is good. I got more done than I thought I was going to get done actually, so that's really cool. So tomorrow I'll tackle the rest. And I've just remembered I've got to do my tax return by the end of the month. It's the 29th tomorrow. Better go over that then. Right, it's day 2. Second coat on the tray, looking cool. Lovely. I've even done the duck board. Give that a coat, make that look nice. So today we're going to tackle this end of the van, which means I've got some filling to do. I've got to take all these handles off. I need to get these things off the cupboard doors. So we're going to paint all of that, all under here, make it all fresh again. It's going to be chaos, but this is day 2. Let's go. And there we go, all freshly painted and clean. Gotta love it. Yeah, love it. Nice fresh bit of paint. So all that's left to do is just silicone up around the bottom of the floor and that, but I'm not going to do it today. I'm getting fed up now. And I've also got a bit of rot underneath that door. I don't know if you can see that there, just under there. So I need to replace that and seal that up, but that's not that important at the moment. There you go. That's about a day and a half that took to completely redeck the van. Done the duck board as well, look, so it all looks nice and fresh. Just still got silicone up down there, but I'm just going to let this go off. So I put a coat of paint on that a few hours ago before I stand on it. And we need to get this out at some point. So there you go. Blooming knackered. Got to do my tax return now. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was a something or nothing video really, but you know, it's good for your mental health. It's good for my mental health when I do stuff like this, because it makes it all nice and fresh again. Then I feel good about it. It's all lovely and clean. I'm not clean though. I need a shower, but I can't get in there. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you like this kind of thing. And God bless you. See you in the next one.
We'll ride these roads forever. Side by side we'll chase the sweetest moments whispered in our little space. With laughter and loving every turn we take. This thing called amazing race, no chance we'll break.